They always say light drives out darkness. It's like rule number one, right? Flip the switch, darkness gone. But what if light wasn't about clarity? What if it actually twisted things, twisted reality itself? What if lighting a lamp didn't just show you the room, but trapped your soul?
It's a deeply unsettling idea, and it's exactly what the source material we're looking at today digs into.
Right. So for you listening, we're doing a deep dive into these excerpts called The Curse of the Forgotten Lamp. We're going to explore the history, the myths, the really strange encounters in this source to try and understand what this lamp is supposed to be and what it does.
And we're sticking strictly to what's in these accounts.
Exactly.
Okay, so the source starts by describing the object, found deep in a vault. Some forgotten mansion in Europe. You immediately get this sense of age, of mystery. Its origin, totally unknown, according to the text.
Yeah, it says bronze, smooth, cold. Sounds ancient, maybe a bit alien. And these carvings on it, apparently they don't match any language anyone knows, just adds to the whole where did this thing come from vibe.
And this is where it gets really weird. Based on the source, the main effect, the really unsettling part, it's not the lamp itself changing when lit. It doesn't flare up strangely or anything. No, the source is very clear.
Right.
We light the wick, and the world around the lamp changes.
Which takes us to the first story detailed in the source, 1892. A guy named Edmond Rouelle, a wealthy clockmaker.
Right. Rouelle. He apparently got it from some traveling merchant. You know the type.
Mm-hmm.
Conveniently vague about where the lamp actually came from.
Classic setup for trouble, isn't it? So what happened when he lit it? The source describes it pretty vividly.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't subtle. He claimed all his clocks just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Dead silence. Time itself felt like it was stretching or just standing still. He heard whispers. And maybe the creepiest detail, the mirrors. They stopped reflecting his room. Instead, they showed glimpses of places that, places that simply didn't exist. Not in his house, maybe not anywhere.
Mirrors showing other realities.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, so naturally he wanted it gone.
Desperately. The text says he tried everything, smashing it, burying it, locking it away. It always came back. Just reappeared on his doorstep one morning. In his bed, even inside a drawer he'd sealed shut.
That's terrifying. So what happened to Rouelle?
Well, the end wasn't good. Within a month, he just vanished. Gone. His mansion. Found it covered in soot. Clocks melted down to slag. Mirrors shattered. But the lamp, the source says, was sitting right there on the mantelpiece. Untouched. Still glowing faintly.
Okay, so the pattern seems to be lamp shows up, reality goes haywire for whoever lights it, they suffer some awful fate, and the lamp just waits.
Exactly. And the source then presents other accounts, sort of like myths or legends that grew around it. One is called The Lighthouse Keeper's Tale, 1926, Norway. Very isolated setting.
Right, a lighthouse keeper named Eric Dahl, and his journal is the basis for this part.
Yeah, his journal entries. And how did the lamp get to this remote lighthouse? The journal just says, and the source quotes this, "A lamp has arrived. No idea from whom."
Same pattern, unknown origin, just appears. So what happened when Eric lit it?
This is maybe the most striking quote in the whole thing. From his journal, "The ocean vanished."
Vanished. Yeah. The whole ocean.
Just gone. He wrote, "There was no sea, no waves, just empty black space beyond the rocks." And then this line, "I think I saw stars under my feet."
Stars under his feet where the ocean should be. That's a profound shift in reality. What happened to Eric?
They found him a week later, kneeling next to the lamp, breathing, eyes wide open, but completely gone. Didn't know who he was, where he was, just empty, reality twisted, identity seemingly erased.
And the lighthouse itself? Any lingering weirdness?
Oh, yeah. The source adds this detail. It's abandoned now, but locals claim that during storms you can sometimes hear the ocean whispering secrets, but not in any human language, like an echo of that other reality.
Creepy. Okay, so the source jumps forward again. Different place entirely. Istanbul. And this time it's about a painting.
A 17th century oil painting, yeah. Found in an antique shop. It shows a woman holding a lamp.
And the lamp in the painting has a green flame, specifically. That's noted.
Very specifically. And art historians looked into it. According to the source, infrared scans showed something fascinating. The painting underneath wasn't the same. It had been painted over multiple times. Different faces for the woman, sometimes even different lamps being held.
Whoa. So the painting itself was being rewritten, like the reality around the actual lamp.
That seems to be the implication. And it ties into a Turkish legend the source mentions. This legend says the lamp lets you rewrite bits of the world.
Rewrite the world? How?
At a cost. You have to sacrifice a memory.
What kind of memory?
The source specifies things like a name, a face, the memory of someone you loved. Each use, it takes a piece of you.
That's insidious. It's not just warping the outside world, it's hollowing you out from the inside.
And the legend says you keep doing it, you keep sacrificing memories, eventually you forget everything. You forget who you are. And then the source says you become part of the lamp's story. Just another anecdote attached to it.
Wow. Okay, so that brings us to the final account in the source material, right? Much more recent. Present day.
Yeah, this one involves urban explorers.
Yeah.
A group found the lamp in some ruins, an old estate in Cornwall.
And what did they do? Probably didn't know the history we've just discussed.
No, apparently they just thought it was a cool, creepy find. Laughed, took photos. Standard urban explorer stuff, maybe.
But then one of them...
Hannah. Yeah, she took it home.
Oh, no.
And the source describes the next day. It's chilling. Her mother claims she didn't have a daughter, just no recognition.
Erased from her own mother's memory.
And worse, maybe in our time, all digital traces of Hannah were gone. Photos, emails, social media, even her online birth certificate record vanished. Like she'd never existed in the first place.
That's the memory sacrifice from the legend, but on a massive scale. Digital erasure. So what about the lamp?
It was still in her room. The source describes it as being warm, humming softly, and then this phrase, as if it was feeding.
Feeding. Feeding on what? Her existence, her history.
The source doesn't say.
Yeah.
Just leaves that image hanging there.
Okay, so we've got Ruel and the clocks, Eric and the vanished ocean, the painting rewriting itself, Hannah being erased. The source covers a lot of ground, different times, different effects. What does it suggest connects all these?
Well, the lamp, obviously. It's the constant. It arrives, someone activates it, somehow lighting it, maybe even just depicting it like in the painting. And then reality warps. And always, that awful personal cost, disappearance, losing your mind, total erasure. It's like a cycle. Arrival, alteration, destruction of the person involved.
Does the source offer any solid explanation for what the lamp is?
It offers possibilities, but no definitive answers. One idea it puts forward is that the lamp doesn't actually change reality, but maybe it peels back a layer, shows you a version of the world you were never meant to see, something hidden underneath ours.
Okay, like pulling back a curtain. What's the other idea?
Something older, more fundamental. Maybe it's a piece of some forgotten god. Or a relic from somewhere outside our physics, a place where time folds in on itself, and this lamp is like a leak from that place.
So speculations drawn from the stories themselves.
Exactly. The source is clear.
Yeah.
These are interpretations based on the accounts, the actual origin, the purpose of the lamp.
Totally unknown within this narrative.
So we're left with this deep mystery based solely on the curse of the forgotten lamp, an object that just appears, twists the world in these horrifying ways, makes people vanish or forget themselves, and maybe feeds on it all.
Its nature, its goals, completely unclear. All that's left behind are these broken realities and missing people. And the source ends it with this really pointed question.
Yeah, a question aimed right at you listening now after hearing all this. It asks, if you lit the lamp right now, would the world around you still be real? Or would it already be something else and you just never know?